The City Councilwoman Jerri Green made a big announcement this week. She's running for Tennessee governor, and she made the proclamation during her speech in Nashville during a Tennessee Democratic Party event. So here's the clip posted on X.
We need more women, more mothers making our laws because they will not leave working families behind. So I want to say something tonight about that Capitol. And I'll say it for the first time here, publicly and clearly.
We're listening, we're listening. Okay, talk to us.
I plan to run for governor. And I don't just plan to run, I plan to win.
Now, Green was elected to the Memphis City Council in November of 2023. She currently serves as Deputy Chief of Staff to Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris. Now, earlier this year, Republican Congressman John Rose from Cookeville announced his campaign to run for governor. And of course, we're still waiting on Senator Marsha Blackburn to clear up some rumors on whether she's going to make a go for it. So I guess, Deidre, I'll start off with you. What you got to say about Jerri Green and her chances?
I'm excited about Jerri Green and her candidacy for governor. White Station High School graduate, University of Tennessee, Knoxville graduate, so all parts of the state. She's worked in Nashville, so she's familiar with all parts of the state of Tennessee. She's saying she's going to knock on 1 million doors. She knows how to organize, right? She's run a nonprofit organization. She's been an elected official. She works in county government, so she understands government. And so she's had to go to Nashville to lobby for the county government. And so she understands what Tennessee needs. She has a young family, married with 3 kids, and so she understands what families are all about and what they need. I think she's an excellent candidate for governor.
You know, I read a lot of social media posts underneath her announcement there, and there were a lot of people who echoed the same sentiments that you had there. Otis, I want to ask you just, one, her chances, but also we're talking about Congressman John Rose. We're hearing, you know, talk of Senator Blackburn. Just what do you think about how the race is shaping up?
Well, I mean, you have to put it in 2 different pots right now. She's running for the Democratic nomination, right?
Right. That's true.
And as far as I know, she's the first person out there to do that. So she's getting a head start here. So I think her chances to get the Democratic nomination are pretty good. I mean, she has a strong track record here in Memphis. She ran a strong race for the state legislature even before that and almost won. So I think she has a good chance there. But then you go to the general election, and that's going to be a tough road for her, primarily because of the name recognition that if a Marsha Blackburn gets in, or even if a John Rose gets in, although him to a lesser degree, but you just have to look at the fact that Tennessee is a ruby red state. And despite all of the craziness that we find sometimes, it's still a ruby red state, and her chances are going to be kind of tough.
So you just want me to fight with you? No, I just know that, right? So because it's a ruby red state, and because of everything that's happening in Washington D.C. today, with SNAP and with you know, healthcare issues, rural hospitals potentially closing. I think that affects, if Marsha Blackburn is the Republican nominee for governor, I think people are going to really look at a Jerri Green to say, are you going to really advocate for what families need here in Tennessee? I think that could be a heck of a fight.
To your point, Deidre, and you're the political, expert here. Let me ask you this: like, I understand what you're saying about what's coming out of Washington. Okay. How likely, because a lot of things that affect rural communities, right, that affect red districts are happening. They're going to affect them negatively, most likely, with legislation.
Right.
This isn't opinion, this is just what's happening. Are those headwinds going to be enough? Like, if the president turns really unpopular, because we're seeing this weird news cycle that may pass by the time people see this, with Jeffrey Epstein, right? Like, are there all these headwinds going to happen?
I think so, because I think
But are people going to then turn around and vote? And vote the other way? That's my question.
So my question is going to be, what is the Democratic Party here in the state of Tennessee going to do to tackle those 95 counties and let those voters understand what happened in D.C. has an effect on you locally. So you need to vote in this gubernatorial election because it will have an impact on you. So I think that the Tennessee Democratic Party is going to be really involved and active, because if not, she won't win. But if they organize and work really hard, I believe she has a shot at it. I do.
Yeah, I mean, strategy, and we've seen that the Democratic Party has been struggling with strategy across the board, so we'll see if that happens.